Alright, cool. Everything looks like it's set up nicely. Hello and welcome. Hopefully everyone had a nice weekend. Mine was pretty chill. Went to the Botanic Gardens and did Pokemon stuff. Oh, right, let me just, Oh, I have a new follower, the Kevinator. Well, after I finish that, I will put that there, put this here, so I can see both. Okay. Oh, buzz. Alright, so we made a bunch of progress. Last stream on Friday here, we were messing around with some colors. I've narrowed it down to these 3 colors. This guy's here just for a little cheat sheet for me, so if I get a little confused and be like, which one of these should be filled in, I know which ones. Because you think, oh, it's probably pretty easy, but you don't want to end up making a stupid mistake, and then suddenly, now you're just really screwed. So, right, 303. Yes, 303 is the right color. So yeah, these are the colors. 303 is permanent blue for the letter blocks themselves, and then indigo blue for the background, and then the the spiral inside was going to be Crimson Lake. So I think we'll do this, and then I don't know. Probably it's not going to take me the full till 10 o'clock. Did I hit the Facebook share button? I'm telling you. AIs, man. AIs to do some of this stuff. Yep, okay, good. I did hit the share button. I'd like an AI to do that for me, type of stuff, just to pull up all of those things. It's a very nice blue, if I do say so myself. Of course, we're gonna grab this just in case. I suspect we're gonna run into a number of those where they're not quite fully connected. We're also probably gonna have a number of them that are a little harsher. Whatever. I don't think it's gonna be as obvious once all the colors filled in. So, yeah. We can zoom in, I suppose. I'm just gonna be rotating it around this way anyway, so. I mean, I will say a lot of these are fairly self-evident. Really, it's just gonna be H and E here that I need to remember. It's Really, I guess just HE's could be just the side. What the heck? I'm not like leaving trash down here, so I don't wonder what these little gnats are, where they're coming from. But yeah, so I really didn't do too much. Oh, I know that's not. I guess not totally true. I guess I defined doing lots of things by going to the city or something or other like that. But not this week. Saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm not gonna say that I didn't like it. I just don't think my encyclopedic knowledge of 50s and 60s Hollywood culture, as well as knowledge of old TV westerns and movie westerns and the spaghetti, like those types of things, is just not particularly strong, I would say. Unsurprisingly, most of my more arcane bits of knowledge are 80s properties because, well, all the people that I watch on the YouTubes and whatnot are all approximately my age, so they all talked about the things that they watched as kids, and some of it I watched and some of it I didn't, but it is all generally from the same time period. And there's this weird subplot that I was trying to figure out where, because they made, I don't know, maybe it just because it's a name I recognized and they didn't use too many real like real people names from the time. They, you know, they made this point about Roman Polanski living next door to Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Rick Dalton, and you're just kind of like, okay, so what? Like, what's the payoff for this? Quentin Tarantino is fairly meticulous. You know, whether you like his stuff or not, if he puts something in the movie, it tends to be for a reason. And I don't know if this thing ever paid off. Maybe it was just a big red herring to get people to think about that and then not catch what was really happening. Hello and welcome. I don't know. Don't recognize any of these. Angel of Light, Airing God, or Airing Ood, or Slow Cool. Oh, you are a real person, not a Twitch bot. That's always nice. Hello. So, yeah, putting the finishing touches here on this project. That's what I spent most of last week doing. Well, actually, I spent most of last week redoing this. Ah, a Ringo D. That makes sense as well. With internet handles, you never know. But this is actually the second attempt on for this project. I did it. I didn't color it. I got it to this stage and then realized that I didn't. I realized I didn't really like how it looked, so I went back and redid the whole thing, and now we're putting some color in it. So the spots I'm coloring in currently are the where the information is encoded. So for each of these sections here, these 2x4 blocks, the ones that are being colored in this lighter blue compared to what I will use a more darker blue for the rest of the backgrounds. You have created all of you have copy. Oh yeah, I know I made this. As far as I'm aware, nobody else does anything like this. Not Celtic Knotwork, but specifically what I'm doing, because every time I share stuff to the various Facebook groups that I'm in, everyone's like, no one has seen it. But I mean, if you're asking, did I make a copy? Yeah. So this is the first. This is the rough draft, and then trace it so the lines and everything look nicer. You don't have all of these pencil marks, this, that, and the other thing, and just other sketch notes. But I mean, here's the. What did I just do with the other one? So like here was the first attempt, and like I said, I just didn't like the way it ended up looking as it got right into the middle here. I'm like, I can do better, so I did. Well, I did give that one away, but so I made a gift for my friend's wedding actually, and he was getting, his wife is Indian, so I actually made them a thing. So if you want to see one that's a little more actually traditional Indians inspired, I suppose. But I mean, this is just Celtic knotwork, so. Thank you. So did you find me through the Watch Me Work Discord, or just do you like to randomly see what art people are making? Cool. Well, I stream pretty regularly. 9 to noon Monday through Friday, and then Saturday or Sunday and Tuesday at 7:30 are all my art streams, and then I do video game streams, but obviously I don't. That stuff doesn't end up getting put onto the Discord there. Yeah, actually, so I've got a current promotion going. If you follow me on Twitch, then I will make an art for you and send it to you. Just like an Instagram link or an Imager link like that, but in the similar style. It'll be a block name like this guy. So it'll look something like this. So, the hell, if you follow me right now, I'll put this off and, you can watch the whole process in real time, rather than just watching me color in one of my other projects. Well, I mean, I will thank you for the follow. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you're not going to be on for too much longer, then, I mean, I will. You can see the process right now. It doesn't take particularly long, at least not for names. Let me grab a pencil. Alright, so take a quick trip over to a Morse code translator just so I don't make a silly mistake. So, there you go. Take Morse code, a little alteration so it fits nice in a 2x4 block here. No, there we go. So there you go. That's the base right there. And then we just fill in the rest of the little guides just to keep me on track. So there you go. You set that up, set the brakes, and then do you have a preferred color? If you don't make a selection, you'll get Twitch purple. So then this is a direct method here where I'm just putting the where the brakes are, or not the brakes, sorry, where the chords are gonna, the paths directly onto the page. And then this is just a quick little sketch, so you know I know where everything goes. So when I put the put ink on it, it looks nice. So there you go. There's the general layout. And let me grab a pen. And so now it's just getting the chords on here. Oh, thank you for the host. I don't know how that actually works. So if there are people watching through your stream, if like if they chat, if it's gonna show up in here, or well, I mean, I know what like hosting is. It's just no one's ever hosted me before, as far as I know. Normally, I don't have any viewers in chat, so it's always nice to have people to talk to. Well, yeah, no, that's when people are like, "How are you gonna make a career out of this?" And from all the streamers that I've watched and who have talked about it, and they're like, it's a numbers game. The more often you stream, the more likely it is that you will get people that will start showing up. So that's why I stream, 6 days a week basically. But I suppose I do normally have more people on like a Sunday night and Tuesday night. It's during the day that I tend to have few people in chat. No. Yeah. I'm lucky. I've got enough to last for probably till the end of the year. Before, if I don't start making like a few $100 a month, I'm gonna need to figure out something else. But who knows? All the like businesses around here are all hiring at $13 an hour now, rather than I think the first job I got was at like $6.25 or something. So if I had to do something like that, where I was going back to like a retail or something part-time, and I'd just do that and to cover my various bills and continue to stream until I hit that critical streaming mass. That is true, but I tend to get more people in the art streams rather than than my game streams, though. I've just started Streets of Rogue, so I was gonna see if there's anyone in their Discord that streams it that would want to do co-op or something. I mean, also, this doesn't take like I mean, I wish I had 20 people coming by hour and then just vanishing. Usually it'll be, I'll look up, see that I've got one viewer, I'll say hello, and then they will just leave. I'm like, oh, okay, well, toodle pip then. Turn that this way for a sec. So did you have a color choice? Or were you okay with just Twitch purple? Black and red, hell yeah. I mean, it was gonna be black, I just meant the one. Got plenty of reds. Go with we can do a nice brighter red though. Crimson red? Which one was that? I think this is the red. That one or this guy? Alright. Let's just finish this up. Sure, I will answer. Where's Black? Yes, I know. As far as I can tell, there is no way to get rid of this. I can move it around. I can make it change shape slightly, but it does not go away. It's how the camera focuses. This particular version of the software does not let it go away. So I keep it right in the center so the camera stays focused on the center. EOS Rebel TI2. It's the Canon utility software. I have not found anything that lets you anything that sounds like it would let you change it. So, I mean, or are you referring to? I mean, I'm using Streamlabs as my capture device, or like as my what's uploading, but what it's capturing is the Canon built-in the Canon software, and I just haven't found a way to disable it. Yeah, I suspect that Canon did not imagine people would use this for live streaming. And I've tried setups with well, what camera do you use? Lol. So red and black, does that mean are you a Bearcat UC graduate? DVCHD. I don't know what that is offhand. Oh, it's a camcorder. Interesting. Well, it's not terribly expensive either. Huh. Well, I will keep that one in mind. Well, I mean, this is just a DSLR. That was a Christmas gift a couple of years ago, and I've tried using webcams, but for this type of a thing, they're not good. Like, I never found a satisfying setup. Like, the webcam would need to be, like maybe 3 inches above. Yeah. I do like being able to get nice big zoom into things, and then that's where this comes in play. I just put this here, tell it to focus, and it's focused. I'm not gonna change. I was about to start messing with settings, and that's how you end up crashing your stream, by screwing around with settings that you haven't changed before. Yeah, if I ever want to do face capture, I technically have a I do have a nice Logitech uh, camera or webcam. ARIN. So red and black, are you a graduate of the University of Cincinnati? Or do you just like those colors? Fair enough. They're good colors. And I only know they're Cincinnati's colors because that's where I went, so. I mean, I don't think so. I think this is going to turn out great. Okay, ARINGOD. Cool. Hmm. I could see that. Like if you have a black screen with red text on it, yeah, that can be a bit difficult to deal with. But here, I mean, since you have these nice the white chords there, break it up from being too too much of one color. And there you go, a unique piece of art. That no one else could have made for you. Took only, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe? Oh. Okie dokie. Now we just save this. All right. I'll send you an Imager link, probably tomorrow morning. But there we go. And that's what you get if yeah, you can share it wherever you want. Tell your friends. The offer still stands for anyone that follows. I will make their name into art. All right, so back to what we were doing. So do you stream full time or just as a hobby type of a thing? But you want it to be full time? Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I was streaming just as a hobby, just drawing and streaming for since February, and then okay. EVER. And then I quit my job at the end of June, and so I've been streaming full time for about a month now. Actually, a month to quit my job a month ago. I mean, I'd been thinking about doing it for a while, and after a bit, it starts to affect your performance if you are thinking about quitting. So that's why I'm streaming here and to watch me work and to YouTube as well, I guess, technically. Not that the only thing I get from YouTube is the royalty-free music that I'm playing in the background gets dinged and they're like, this isn't a copyright claim, but it's this song is owned by someone else in another country. So I just tell them to scrub the video and remove the sound for the offending 3 minutes or whatever. Yeah, I just found a royalty-free playlist of stuff, but YouTube keeps saying that, or do you want me, is that an unsubtle way to ask for it to be turned up? It's not particularly loud music in the first place. It's mostly just so I don't feel weird if I'm not talking. I wouldn't be so mad at YouTube if they didn't keep saying, "Oh, well, use our royalty-free library." Except that each one of those songs requires in the description, a little blurb about it was done with the express written permission of blah blah blah. And if you're gonna do a 3-hour stream, you know, that's 180 minutes. That's you know, I'll need like 60 to 70 songs. I don't want to write, you know, every time I stream, or I just use the same the same 70 songs on loop. I don't know. I'll worry about my YouTube stuff being. Well, I mean, since I'm streaming through to watch me work, I have to be streaming to YouTube right now. So, like, if you went over to YouTube, you could find, you know, there's where it's streaming through on YouTube as well. Yeah. That's too much effort. I'm not gonna. At this point, I'm not gonna create videos specifically for YouTube. Maybe in the future, if there's a lot of people asking for like tutorial stuff, I might create some videos for YouTube, but otherwise that's really not that's really not my current goal. THIN. So I suppose if I'm gonna just grab 60 random songs, download them all, and use it as a playlist, I can just copy all the text once and just paste it every time. So I think this. Alright, whatever. Yeah, so that's just an issue for future me to worry about. If somehow YouTube starts becoming a source of monetary income and I need to monetize these videos, then I will concern myself with picking music that is YouTube approved. Alright, well. Yeah, every streamer that I've watched on YouTube first has basically written YouTube off as you know, Twitch first, and then whatever's left, you know, can get uploaded to YouTube. or just shit like this where, you know, my YouTube library will just be these 2 to 3 hour streams of whatever. I mean, those already exist. Etsy is a platform that exists. I know other people who do similar things. They do craft, like conventions and things like that. So, and theoretically, that's what Chris is trying to get here with this Watch Me Work thing is an art-focused platform. Not that I suppose I have not had staggering success. Most of the usually I'll get paired up with somebody and they'll just be programming something. So, not quite sure. But it doesn't cost me anything other than some time to stream there as well, so. Plus, I have the most hours streamed as of last week of the week-to-week streams, so. Oh, we got 3 people. I only recognize 2 of the names. So I wonder who the third person is. Hello, third person. Welcome. We're actually going to zoom out just a little bit. We don't need to be that zoomed in for this part. I mean, practice and lots of it. I've been doing this for about a year now, like the Celtic artwork. Trust me, if you had shown this picture to me, at this time last year, I probably would have had 3 or 4 classes maybe, and said, "All right, make this." I would have been like, "No, impossible." So, yeah, I had to burn that out of me. Um, like I wanted to get back into drawing. I don't know, probably like 5 years. When's the date for my daily sketch journal? Yeah, 2015. I purchased a sketch a day pad, and and eventually I just had to basically get rid of my pencil because I was spending so much time just like agonizing. It'd be like, all right, I'm gonna draw something. No, 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 that line's fucked up. No, 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 I don't like that line either. And just like, I'd spend 45 minutes with a blank page and get nothing done. So I pretty much just told myself, that was my, where did that go? Oh no, there it is. Okay. My red pencil rolled off the table and broke the tip off. It didn't crack. Good. So yeah, I just basically got rid of the pencil and said, we're gonna draw and we're just gonna use pen. And if we make a mistake, we'd either, too bad. Because it wasn't until I took this class last year that I felt comfortable using a pencil again to set things up, because prior to that, the pencil would just prevent me from making anything. Yeah, I definitely know that feeling as well. Like, I'll get to, when I'm like just doodling and sketching stuff out, and I'll get to a point where I'm like, okay, this is done. And then I'll keep messing with it, and then you're just like, well, it was done and it looked good, and now I have messed with it and it doesn't look as good anymore. I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what that last line there was. Always searching to not leave blank? Maybe? Going out on a limb here and saying English is probably not your first language? Oh, infinite zoom. Yeah. Suppose that is a nice thing about pen and paper like this. You know, I can only go as finely as I can sharpen my pencil, right? That's not. Other than the occasional little hiccup there, it's pretty good. I've spoken with people whose English is their first language, and you cannot understand anything coming out of their mouth, so. English is a pretty bad language. As far as languages go, it's not the best. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Many words are not spelled anywhere the way that they sound. It's just kind of garbage. But that's because English isn't a proper language. It's just 3 other languages that people sort of smushed into one language and then stole random bits from other languages. I don't know, I'm a big fan of listening to foreign languages. I think a lot of them sound better than English. I will say English is a very versatile language. My knowledge of other languages is limited. Like, I don't speak any other languages fluently. I took Japanese in college and it was okay, and I'm sure if I went and studied again, practiced again, I'd get good at it. But I don't know of any other language that you can just smash so many other words together and still come up with, like, words that are understood. Which I suppose is ironic because portmanteau is a French word describing the act of putting words together to make new words. So when you work, what do you, like, what's your focus or style, or, landscapes or portraits or abstract or... Well, see, that's the thing, is you can always just make up more words. All words are made up after all. Alright, so that is the full quote there. At the end of everything, hold on to anything. So we can put this guy off to the side. Grab our indigo blue, Prismacolor 301. We'll start filling in all of this stuff. Oh, something just went bleep. No. Must have been the music. Oh. Eh, no worries there, my friend. No worries. So what, when you are streaming, what are you making? Are you doing like abstract stuff or portraits or landscapes or something along those lines? Or are you saying you're going AFK and you will come back? Either way, I'm just like 3 viewers. Though I suppose I know who one of them is. Not that that diminishes. I guess I know who. Some more pictures of my friend's cat. many messages. It's one of my favorite shapes right here. Just love it. Y, C, K, all make it. Does nice, interesting things. Am I just like some kind of dummy that doesn't know how to use colored pencils without breaking them? I think this tip is gonna fall out again. Welcome back. I'm still here. Thank you. I mean, now it's just the patience to finish the job. You know, all the decisions have been made. Now it's just seeing it to its conclusion. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, coloring is just a really feels therapeutic AF. I mean, I suspect it will probably take me 3 hours to do all the coloring. I mean, only planning on streaming for another hour, so I don't know if I'll actually finish this tonight. But we'll see. The further we spiral inwards, the less space there is to fill, so. I mean, let's see. How long? So I'd say the first draft probably took me 8 hours. And then probably took me 4 hours to do it again. Then it'll probably take me 3 hours to color. So I mean, all told, this project was probably like a 15-hour project, maybe 20. But probably closer to like 15 or 16. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't own any. I mean, I have Microsoft Paint. You know, that's it. I could get GIMP or Inkspace, but like, don't have the kind of money to shell out for Photoshop or. I was talking to a guy that. Yeah, I mean, at some point, probably, yeah, I'll need to start doing computer stuff, especially if, you know, as you said, sell actual products. Making these in a vector format is going to be easier to then give to a vinyl cutter. Because actually, I had my friend, So I had made this design, and then I gave him I scanned a copy of it, and then he took it and made it into a vector format, and then made vinyl stickers out of it. But again, that's not quite. I'm not super worried about that just yet. Besides, if I took it to computer, then I wouldn't be making this not work by hand and eye. But yeah, at some point. So the guy I was talking to that at the I was at an art conference for Celtic artwork actually in June, and he said he uses Corel Draw to make all of his art, and so that's probably the one I would end up investing in at some point. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask for it as a Christmas present. We'll see if my parents are more inclined to spend whatever Corel Draw 11 costs. Yeah, I mean that's also like it just I'd have to buy it. You know, they're not like Wacom tablets and things like that are not cheap if you want one that works well. Since my current income is $0, kind of sticking to pen and paper for now. So there we go. We have finished with all the lettering technically. Now we're just into filler. Yeah, like I said, my income is $0, so a tablet is probably not in my immediate future here. Unless things go incredibly right, I suppose. Plus, I will say, there is something very satisfying. So, like, anytime I go out, I have, make sure I've got, like, just scraps of paper on me, so I can just sit there and, just sketch out a grid, real quick here, and just make something on the fly like that. So it's useful to practice. Yeah, actually, I mean, I played around with some a couple of months ago. Not, they were just. I was at a convention and they had some. There was a booth set up, and they're like, "Do you want to try our tablets?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll give them a little try." And so, I probably played around with them for 20, 30 minutes. It's very different compared to like actually, or for me anyway, it felt a lot different than just using, it wasn't like drawing on paper. There's a little bit of a finesse to it. Yeah, I forget the brand that they were showing off. It had like a calligraphy setting, so it actually it would start like you'd be an inch or something above the tablet, and then you'd go, as you accelerated inwards and then touched the screen, that would determine like the weight of your stroke. Like I said, I'm not sure. I don't remember the brand though. True. $2,200 would buy me so many colored pencils and sheets of paper. Yeah, but I got a friend who is good at turning this stuff into digital files, so. If I need something simple, I wouldn't ask him to do something like this, though. But something a little simpler. That's what I was afraid of. That was gonna happen. Okay, well, now we get to do a little maintenance. Okay. hydration here. Oh, 4 viewers. Gonna set a personal stream record here. Oh, hello and welcome. You're catching the last hour of my stream. We are filling in, we're just coloring in background here. Putting the final touches on this piece. Feeling pretty confident, gonna finish it in the next hour here. Or 40 minutes, I suppose. Oh, yep, see, there we go. 4th viewer bopped in. I know who the other 2 people are. And as soon as I say hello, they're gone. So if you're wondering why this it looks like it's going through some changes here, that's because it is. So for most of the grid up until this point, it's it's 4 spaces high, and then as we're getting closer into the spiral, it just the edges get more and more distorted, so it becomes more and more difficult to keep a good spacing. So from here I've stepped down to 3 spaces high. I had to get a little creative on where the chords are going to go because, well, I basically set it up so that on this side, this is it's probably like is actually a 2.5 long break. And then just sort of worked out from there. And then it jumps down to 2 here. Okay, and that is the end of the blue. Let that guy off to the side here. I'll take a quick picture at this stage here because it just looks really cool. Plus, if I end up, if I miscalculate it and the red doesn't look as nice as I think it's going to, I'll at least have this picture. So, Crimson Lake. Gnats. So then we're just gonna fill the spiral in with some red. But I think that red is gonna look really good. stretch here. Just totally blanked on that spot right there. There we go. The end of everything. Hold on to anything. Oh, well, let me take a quick look. Oh, probably in the artwork section. Damn, dude, it's pretty good. Give you a thumbs up. Alright, well, let's take a quick picture. Cool. Alright, well, and that is going to do it for my stream tonight. Finished up my project. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Fresh project, I guess. We'll figure it out. And I will shoot you that link. Like I said, probably tomorrow morning I'll send you the link for thank you for the follow. And also thank you for the host. Until then.